Hello, everyone, and welcome to another supersized edition of AEW Dark. Myself, Excalibur, joined by the human suplex machine himself, Taz. And Taz, we've got a great night of action, but I have to ask you, are you in better mood this week?
Probably not. No, I'm not. No, but it's going to be a great show for sure. Great episode of Dark coming at you.
Every single division here in AEW represented. The miserable bastard himself, Taz, next to me. And let's throw it down to Justin Roberts in the ring to kick off our first match of the evening.
Another miserable bastard.
This is a six-man tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, at a combined weight of 502 pounds, Sin and Money, Capital Vices.
Well, Taz, trios action, six-man tag team competition coming your way, and Capital Vices, Sin, the shorter of the two men, Money, the man with the mustache, making their AEW debut here tonight.
Yeah, impressive, unique fellas for sure. Looking forward to see them do their thing here.
And their partner from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 175 pounds, John Cruz.
And Taz, another look at John Cruz here tonight. We've seen him in the past. He's come close to picking up his first victory here on many occasions, but thus far, winless in AEW.
Yeah, you know, listen, Cruz is a type of a journeyman type guy. Works hard in there for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how he pairs up here with Capital Vices. But they got their work cut out for them, my friend. I don't really look at you as my friend, just so you know. It's just kind of a thing.
Thanks for clarifying.
No problem.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 552 pounds, Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express.
Oh, big pyro.
Ah, yeah. Look at us.
Jurassic Express, perhaps one of the most popular trios here in AEW. And that is, I think each member has their own set of fans. Obviously, Jungle Boy, a bit of a heartthrob, Taz.
Oh, it's definitely. Noticed. I mean, yes. I mean, it reminds me when I was in my prime, the same type of looks. Well, I wasn't trying to be funny, but I hear you. Big pop by Excalibur. But yeah, no, he's definitely a heartthrob. I mean, I've wrestled a lot of people in my prime when they were good looking. I like to kind of rearrange their face. So, but Jungle Boy, he's a gamer. He's a hell of an athlete for sure. He is. He's got big bad Luchasaurus there also. And Marco Stunt, you never know. He's very unpredictable. He's the smallest man, obviously, out of Jurassic Express. But can't judge a book by its cover. He's, I think he just tied. I think the Jungle Boy just tied. They're holding the tag ropes. They got to go out of the ring. You got to go on the game
here.
Yeah. Well, Rick Knox is trying to tell him that the
I think Jurassic Express might be taking a shot at FTR there. FTR since they've arrived.
Yeah. You see what just happened there? Sin just slapped Money right in the face before he got in the ring. Before he was in the ring. You know what I mean? Before the match.
And Money turning the tables on Jungle Boy, backing him into the corner. And Taz, I know you kind of brought up the rearranging of Pretty Boy's face, but I mean that's an actual strategy. You know, it's
yes.
like you go after you target somebody's face, you target their good looks, and sometimes they make it on first error. Jungle Boy rolling up Money, almost put an end to this very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Jungle Boy, that's the thing with him. He's so athletic, so quick, so smooth. Money right now has no idea what's going on. He's getting rolled and pinned on his back, left and right here.
Two count again. Jungle Boy kicking out, breaking free, and Money going over to the corner, and now John Cruz tagging himself in. Money makes it sound like it was his idea.
Money's got that real fancy gimmick mustache. Handlebar Jones.
Certainly does. Looks a little bit like a Snidely Whiplash.
Yeah. Imagine if Marco had that type of mustache. That'd be awesome.
Oh, knocking the ladies off with a stick. Got a roll up. 1, 2. 2 counters. Cruz able to avoid the kick. Rolled Marco through. John Cruz gets his legs swept out. Oh, back thrust kick by Marco, and a big senton by Marco. Stunt cover 1. Only a 1 count.
Yeah, strong 1 count kick out. Oh, what a drop kick. That was perfect by little Marco Stunt.
Right on the money. Pun completely intended.
Yep.
Money.
Oh, tags back. He might get. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Tierras there by Marco. Takes Money down the corner now.
Uh-oh.
Jurassic Express tagging in, and Jungle Boy.
Oh, what a round kick.
And Luchasaurus, oof, just going to work on money. And now Marco comes in.
Look at this.
Oh, another senton, this time assisted by Luchasaurus. And now, look at this.
What the hell?
Oh, my God.
It's tremendous. Well, I have no idea how Money just kicked out of that. Now here comes Sin.
Sin.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Knee
just
strike.
eats the knee, and the roundhouse takes him down. Luchasaurus just dismantling Capital Vices here.
Got such long reach, does Luchasaurus. He's just a super tall guy, and look at the power right there by the big hoss Luchasaurus.
And look at how easily picks up Money and then drops him down with the suplex.
Kind of like a revamped wheelbarrow type suplex back throw. Tough throw to do. You got to really have a good back arch, but Luchasaurus did not utilize a back arch in that. He kind of just chucked him.
And Marco stunt up on the shoulders of the dinosaur with the diving body press. And now Jungle Boy coming off the top. Oh, the assisted senton off the back of Luchasaurus.
Money
Covered.
might be Dunsky.
One.
Oh, look at Cruz, huh? John Cruz, way to go there, boy. Look at that. Good stuff, Cruz.
Cruz is, he knows as much as anybody else. A win here in AEW is important. Wins and losses matter, as the saying goes.
That's right.
A win over a trio like Jurassic Express would be huge.
Look at John Cruz. I like him. Sorry to interrupt you while you've just been jibber-jabbering there. But, wow, Yambag Yahtzee right there. You see that? Wow, that was just like...
Is that the technical term for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sin, wow.
Sin flatlines Jungle Boy, and then Money comes in with a leg drop. Sin covers. 1, 2. Oh, just a 1 count.
I'm not normally into people that have a plethora of gimmicks all over their body, but Capital Vices have gimmicks everywhere. On their singlets, their knee pads, their mustache, their hair, their wrist tape, their boots. A plethora of gimmicks, but they're tough, nasty guys. They dig it.
Oh, Jungle Boy showing off his toughness there as he takes out 3 men using his speed there. Oh, Enziguri shoulder to the midsection. Jungle Boy, one-man wrecking crew here. Makes the tag out to Marco Stunt. John Cruz, I believe, hit a blind tag.
Uh-oh, too much size right here. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, wow. Marco too slippery, too speedy.
Sin don't know what hit him, and now Money just got laid out. Straight, I'll tell you, the athleticism.
Oh, a tail whip there by Marco Stunt. Just put the lights out on John Cruz. And now
saying, watch, he's going to choke slam John Cruz. John Cruz, don't. Oh, man, it's got popped.
Yeah, Sin with that blindside shot, catching Marco on the side of the head.
That was very stupid of Marco to keep telling everybody what he's going to do. Why would he do that?
But a very smart move to make the tag out to Luchasaurus. Who's, big clubbing shot on Cruz.
And Sin just got, look at this, just Lucha. John Cruz, poor John Cruz just got blasted in the back of the head.
And Money gets launched up, and Luchasaurus, the spinning kick. Cruz off the middle rope, just trying everything.
Oh, goozled, he got goozled, Cruz got goozled!
And he got dropped by Luchasaurus. Standing moonsault press 1. No, Sin right there to break up the pin.
Well, tremendous athleticism by the big man himself, Luchasaurus. Look at this. Listen.
Thunderous headbutt.
I guess around the indie circuit, Sin's considered a big dude. You get in there with someone like Luchasaurus. You know, he's massive. Massive and powerful, quick. Now what? Oh, wow.
Tail whip into the face buster. Now, Jungle Boy.
Double overhooks. Nice back.
Tiger suplex covers 1, 2. No! John Cruz able to kick out.
Good job by Cruz. Tough suplex to kick out of it, and that Tiger suplex with double overhooks. Pretty good bridge right there by Jungle.
And now Marco Stunt being hoisted up and tossed by his own partner.
Dark.
Jurassic Express.
Everyone's just having a party in the middle of the ring here. Lucha
it's Marco Stunt. Diving out with a tope. And a second one. The extinction level event by Jurassic Express. 2 and 3.
There's that scream, except the one in the song is much deeper and intimidating.
The winners of this match, Jurassic Express.
Man, I'll tell you what an outing right there by the Jurassic boys, Jurassic Express.
Yeah, they look great. They look formidable. As tough as any trio here in AEW.
He's funny.
An impressive victory here tonight for Jurassic Express, who stay on a roll here on AEW Dark.
And check this out right here. You got SCU, Daniels and Kazarian tagging up against Avalon and Brandi Cutler with Leva Bates in that corner. That should be something.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of the Librarian Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler.
And Cutler and Avalon still seeking their first victory here. And Avalon! Avalon grabbed that D20 and
the polyalic die.
Polyhedral die.
That too.
And he very nearly chucked it into the river here in Jacksonville.
He's got a hell of a arm. He's got to be like Minshew.
Wow.
Yeah, I got you.
Wow. Taz knows who his checks are signed by.
You're damn right. Know where that bread is buttered, son. You know.
And their opponents from Southern California at a combined weight of 425 pounds, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, SCU.
This combination of Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian for longtime fans is the most familiar combination of SCU. However, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, who made that late fill-in for Christopher Daniels, they were the first ever AEW World Tag Team Champions, Taz. And so, getting back to old school here for SCU.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, hey, look, in my career, I've had the opportunity to call many of Frankie Kazarian and Chris Daniels matches as singles and as a tag team. So, they're tremendous competitors. They're true pros. I've never really liked Daniels much. Kazarian I like a little more. Between you and me.
Oh, you have a live microphone in front of you, so it's not just between us.
Good point.
Referee Paul Turner drawing the duties for this matchup. And Peter Avalon and Frankie Kazarian will start off. We saw last week on...
Wow, look at that. Avalon going
Avalon getting right in the face of Christopher Daniels.
I like the attitude, Avalon. He's definitely got it. Whoop, he should turn it back that quick. Pushed him on his arse.
I looked up to you, man.
A nice arm trick by
Avalon
Frankie.
Taking over a second time there by Frankie Kazarian. And last week on Dark, we did see the team of Avalon and Cutler try to take out Jurassic Express, but once again, they were unsuccessful.
Yeah. Well, beautiful arm drag by Avalon, and turns the favor.
Kazarian answered. But Kazarian put on the brakes, rolls up Avalon, pinning predicament, only a 2 count.
Stacked them up high. And look, you were talking about Avalon and Cutler. Oh man, I'll tell you what, Peter is in a lot of trouble here.
He's getting ping-ponged back and forth by SCU.
But speaking on the Librarian Avalon and on Cutler, I mean, both are 0-15. Avalon's 0-9. Cutler's 0-10 in 2020. They're basically sucking really bad. So they got to get their act together.
It's been a race to the bottom. That's what we've been affectionately calling their hunt for their first victory here in AEW. And another man that we saw in action on Dark last week, Christopher Daniels, he really ratcheted up the aggression against Sonny Kiss.
Yeah, no, he did. And listen, that's the thing. When you're facing an athlete like Sonny Kiss, unorthodox style, you have to do that if Daniels, and he's smart to do that. Now, a good position for Daniels, being a little bit shorter than Cutler, to get that arm and kind of jack it up a little bit, while his own shoulder, Daniels, under the armpit of Cutler.
Cutler flips through, reversing, takes the wrist of Daniels, and really keeping that wrist close to his chest.
When you get that 2-on-1 position, nice little ankle pick, or single leg, I should say, by Daniels. Look at this now. I'm sorry.
Waist
collar
lock.
roll, I should say.
Nope. Yeah. Cutler able to avoid it and springboards in that high right elbow strike. He covers one. Very urgent cover, but Daniels able to kick out at 1.
Let's see what Cutler, I feel like Cutler, nice, good job by Daniels. I think Cutler, really, if he kind of, I know it didn't work out individually. It hasn't worked out well for Cutler and the Librarian separately, but I do think Cutler's got a huge upside as a singles competitor if he just focused a little bit. Right now, they're just both rivals getting destroyed here.
SCU taking full advantage of that 10 count to exit the ring, and they decimated Avalon and Cutler there.
Kazarian now. Just
gut wrench takes him over the top.
good arch, good pop of the hips. Up in there on that pin, though. That's a good way. You know, listen, old school gut wrench suplex, always a good way to wear down your opponent. Kazarian knows that.
Yeah, Kazarian broke into the business under the tutelage of the great Killer Kowalski. Fundamentals are in his DNA. Covered there by Daniels.
Wrestled a lot of guys in my career that trained under Kowalski from up there in the Boston region. You know, none of those guys ever really beat me, but some of them pretty good, just so you know. All right?
Thanks for that, Taz.
Got it. Put myself over for a second.
Avalon went for the cheap shot. Daniels was able to avoid it, but there, Avalon a little more successful the second time. Cutler is morally opposed to this type of tag team wrestling. Avalon likes to cut corners. Cutler likes to keep things clean.
Dropkick.
But right now you see Avalon having great success. 1, 2.
I mean, Avalon is a librarian. That's what they do. The male librarians cut corners. That's well documented. You see the back of Leva's head and ear. Okay, the female librarians, they don't cut corners. See? She's very prim and proper and blue.
Come to AEW Dark for the great wrestling action. Stay for the sweeping generalizations by Taz.
Right, and the YouTube comments where I get buried for putting myself over.
They just bury you regardless. Chops there by Daniels, backing Cutler into the ropes.
Some will put me over.
Switch there by Cutler. Boot to the midsection. Went for the round. Caught him the second time with the jumping enziguri. Avalon.
Look at the spring. Nice.
Off the bottom rope, or excuse me, Cutler shocks the world. 1, 2. No, he does not.
Man, I mean, bottom rope city right there. You don't see that much from a guy the size of Cutler.
Leva trying to recommend some reading options there.
We don't need to get DQ. Trust me.
And Avalon diving. Well, the referee's attention was diverted. I think Cutler's attention was diverted as well. Paul Turner losing control of this matchup.
Brandon, get him! Come on, Brandon!
I mean, Avalon is such a sketchy dude. His face is sketchy. Oh, look at this.
1, 2.
That would have been a huge win and a big upset for this team.
Anybody with a mustache like that, you have to think twice about trust.
No, I agree. You just can't even be around dudes like that. It's bad.
Tag out. Avalon comes in, and Christopher Daniels is very uncharacteristic position.
Oh, this is
Avalon, they can't get on the same page. No pun intended.
Oh, just hit him. Oh, I thought Avalon was going to drop him.
Now, double Irish whip there. Waist lock. Oh, no!
It had something in mind, but it didn't work. Maybe Avalon was going to go for a German, but definitely did not work. Look at Kazarian now has that opening.
Right hands, right elbows, right clothesline. Cross chop there by Kazarian. Coming in like a house on fire. And a big flying strike levels Cutler. Knee lift and lariat combination.
Beautiful, beautiful job by Kazarian. Quick duck of Cutler. Leg
Cutler
drop back of the head.
hung himself out to dry. Kazarian caught him with that leg drop. And now Avalon sent for a ride. Look at the far leg. 1, 2, no!
Tell you, putting big fight up. Avalon and Cutler putting up big fight against a legitimate team in Daniels and Kaz, so it's pretty impressive.
And you can see Daniels still down in the opposite corner. He took a prodigious beating at the hands of Avalon and Cutler.
Prodigious. Well done.
And now Avalon lays out Frankie Kazarian and Brandon
That
Cutler.
springboard elbow, wow. That's big height.
Springboard 1, 2, no! Kazarian able to kick out.
Great job by Cutler. Love his style, man. When he's clicking, he clicks. I'll tell you that, Cutler, man, he can go.
Kazarian hit that kick from his back. He took down Cutler, and it created a window of opportunity for him.
Full Nelson here on Avalon by Kazarian, which Daniels got in mind.
Daniels had Avalon held out to dry, and now Avalon brought in the hard way with the cutter by Kazarian.
You see Daniels telling Kaz to do this, do that. Let's see what he's got in mind. Oh, nice save by Cutler.
Great save by Cutler. The only thing I think that kept his team in this matchup. Cutler landing some hard right hands of his own on both members of SCU. The hip toss into the catch. Oh, they dropped him down. The powerbomb neckbreaker combination.
Look at that.
Avalon take advantage. 1, 2, no.
And that was close. Look at Avalon getting some sound out of a chop while Dana's wearing a shirt.
Oh, big boot by Frankie Kazarian. They've got him set up. The celebrity rehab by SCU. 1, 2, 3. That is it.
The winners of this match, SCU.
You know, real difficult for the librarian Peter Avalon and Brandi Cutler to topple a team like Kazarian and Daniels with such cohesiveness and you know, being veterans and stuff. Let's take a look at some of the action here, Excalibur.
This was the end of the night for Peter Avalon there. That celebrity rehab, excuse me. As SCU pulling out a classic here, scoring an emphatic victory over the team of Avalon and Cutler here tonight on AEW Dark.
A good outing, though, in my opinion, by Avalon and Cutler. Not a loss, but good outing.
Action here in the women's division as Dani Jordyn, still seeking her first win, takes on the recently returned Big Swole here tonight.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, from Long Island, New York, Dani Jordyn.
I have a problem when people are announced.
You could have just ended it right there.
Yeah, really. You know, if we're going to announce people from Long Island, I would like to know what town this young lady's from.
Is she from Islip? West Islip?
It's Islip, but thanks for feeding me that. But listen, is it Nassau County? Is it Suffolk County?
Well, now you're talking counties.
I mean, but then there's towns in those counties. Long Island's a big place. You don't live in Long Island, you live on Long Island. It's an island, Excalibur. An island. Get it?
Like Guam.
Yes, but yes, I'm biting my tongue. Like Guam.
What did the Chamorro people ever do to you, Taz?
I love them all. I love them. Swole! Swole!
And her opponent from Clearwater, Florida, Big Swole!
Well, Taz, Big Swole returned to action a couple weeks ago on AEW Dynamite, and she looked great. Unfortunately for her, she ran into a very vengeful, a very vicious former AEW Women's World Champion in Nyla Rose.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with, an enraged Nyla Rose for sure. But hey, listen, I'm a big mark for Big Swole. She's just a tremendous competitor. You know, she's sitting 3-3 right now in 2020, but I'm telling you right now. Oh, wow.
Dani Jordyn throwing the burn book at Swole.
Dani Jordyn, be careful when you do that to
the real mean girl.
Yeah.
Dani Jordyn was swinging on missing. Swole threatening to bash Jordyn's head in, and she very wisely ducking under the ropes.
You got that burn book. I mean, it's people getting ripped and buried. I think I might have burn books, not even know I have them.
It's just when you do commentary. Bypass there by Big Swole, dropped down for the trip. Dani Jordyn able to evade. Leapfrog up and over the top by Swole. Another trip attempt, a leapfrog. And Dani Jordyn grabbing a handful of Swole's hair, but oh, Swole, that big step-up leg lariat.
Again, you know, Mad Hops, as they said back in the day, how, you know, Big Swole's got such athleticism, how she gets off her feet, gets off that vertical base. Very impressive.
But Dani Jordyn doing a smart thing there, kicking the top of Swole's knee, dropping her down.
Yeah, and you kick that patella, that will buckle that knee. I'll tell you that from experience. And now look at Dani Jordyn bringing that, showing that real mean girl gimmick is a quasi
gimmick.
Yeah, it's not a gimmick.
Raining down rights and lefts on the head of Swole.
Pretty well documented. Most people from Long Island are just miserable bastards anyway. So
unless they're from Syosset.
We've been down this road, but yes, we have been down the Syosset road. And again, Dani Jordyn just going to town right here on Big Swole.
Big right hands again from Dani Jordyn. She's composing herself, refocusing, only to inflict more punishment on Swole. Covered. A 1 count there.
Well, Big Swole, you know, she's on the cusp of possibly cracking the women's rankings for the first time. And I'll tell you what, I think she's going to do it. I mean, I am, like I said, I'm a big fan of her work, of her ability, her toughness, her character. I love her music. And she's great. And I know, I mean, what? You know, I can't. I could like who I like.
You can't. No, I'm not debating that.
Well, some people in the comments like Taz only likes the bad guys now. No, that's BS. Oh, look at that headbutt.
Big headbutt there by Swole. And Swole goes up and over the top, and a big right hand rocks Dani Jordyn. Swole coming in with the cutter.
That's the thing now. See, you know the deal here, Excalibur. Now Swole's getting herself some momentum. She saw that opening. She's bringing the offense.
She's got Jordyn up on the shoulders in the fireman's carry. Dani Jordyn trying to jockey for position, but eats a knee for her troubles.
Big Swole now.
With the waistlock applied, the ripcord. Dirty dancing by Big Swole.
What a shot. Kind of like a Ronnie Galvin-esque cover. Remember Ronnie would sit on people's chest.
Rugged.
Yeah.
Swole!
Kind of like Hands of Stone right there.
Rugged Big Swole, a very, very impressive victory. And she's had a war of words with Dr. Britt Baker in recent months. Taz, something tells me those hostilities aren't going to cease anytime soon.
Here you go, that boom, that dirty dancer right there. Straight up forearm shiver. Look at that shot. And the follow through brings the pain to the mean girl, the real mean girl, Dani Jordyn. Big Swole, nice victory.
Recognize? Toss chicken. And I mean you, Brittany. You bored, baloney, breath, heifer. You're next.
Leave another loss out there for Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon. What are your thoughts?
I have a plan. If they follow through,
I don't
it's
want to
going
hear
to
any
work.
more of your guys' plans. They don't work.
Oh, they
you
work.
guys' plan is to cheat.
You're not following through on the plan.
No, you guys get instant karma. You're not supposed to cheat, and that's what happens.
You're a loser, Brandon.
You're a loser. You're the worst wrestler in AEW.
Come on. The worst, really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, you're the worst.
You're a loser, Brandon.
You're terrible.
You close like me.
You lost the match. We're never gonna win as a tag team.
You know what, Brandon? I'm done with this. I'm done with you. I'm done being a team.
Good. I never wanted to be a team with you anyway.
David Ali has the tough task of going one-on-one against the murder hawk monster, Lance Archer, with Jake Roberts in his corner. Good luck, David.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Newport, Rhode Island, weighing 195 pounds, David Ali.
David Ali making his AEW debut, and Taz, it's always a huge opportunity for somebody when they get to wrestle under the AEW banner.
Yeah.
But David Ali is going to have his work cut out for him here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely going to be a tough debut, and you know. But I give the young man some credit. He seems like he's confident.
And his opponent, to be accompanied to the ring by Jake Roberts from Hearn, Texas, weighing 273 pounds.
Oh boy.
The murder hawk monster,
Oh!
Lance
Oh no!
Archer.
Oh, damn! Just nearly beheaded. Dylan, one of our video production assistants, one of our video editors,
Cracked his ass.
nearly beheaded and bepantsed him.
Thank God that didn't happen. Man, I'll tell you. How mean is Lance Archer? Man, I'll tell you what, I'm jealous of Jake Roberts. There's Jake right there. Swiftly getting down those steps. But I'll tell you, having a guy like Archer, if he wants to, he said, hit me. You got to hit him, man.
David Ali lays in his first show. Oh my God!
Straight boot right to the chest. Nothing fancy. Beat down city here.
Archer just those toe kicks into the chest of David Ali. Murderhawk sends, just a trip, and he flung his head face first into the canvas.
Just face planting David Ali. I mean, it's nothing. That's what I really like about Lance Archer's style. Look at his forearms across the chest, pounding the man's chest cavity is hard.
And Jake Roberts just smiling at what he sees.
I don't blame him.
This is Lance Archer's first match back
That's no shit.
since Double or Nothing. A night where He attempted to crown himself TNT champion. Unfortunately, things didn't quite go his way. And now Taz, I think the Murder Hawk's even angrier than he was before.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. It's pretty obvious that Lance Archer is motivated and more violent than ever, and Jake Roberts has him locked and loaded since not winning that TNT championship. And I'm sure that Archer's got to be furious seeing the success that Cody's having.
And look at Lance Archer just
With a speed.
rocking David Ali in the corner.
I mean, you know, the man was a former Division I quarterback. I'm sure JR told you that 60 or 70 times on Dynamite, so, you know, it's well documented.
Billy gets his ass in here. I'm kicking Billy's ass, too.
See that? Now he wants to kick Billy's ass. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
And the thing about Lance Archer is that he will always back up that talk. He never backs down from a fight. And right now he's just having his way with David Ali.
I mean, there's been many points in this match, not to be Captain Obvious here, that Archer could have defeated David Ali. But right now, to the point you kind of alluded to, Excalibur, it just seems as if Archer's trying to send a message because of what happened, not becoming the first ever TNT champion. And he's livid, he's furious, and he's pissed. I dig it.
Oh, Ali.
Wow, look at David Ali.
Goes up and over the top. Kicks to the outside of the leg.
Big uppercut, yeah, strong uppercut. He's surprised. You got to keep moving, David.
Lance Archer.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I think Archer was playing possum as he caught Ali in the corner and absolutely planted him.
6'8", just about 273 pounds is that man right there, the Murder Hawk monster. When you have that size and along with the speed, you know, the athlete that he is, it should, and the mean streak, along with Jake Roberts, it's just, he's got a plethora of reasons why he should and is always dominant.
Oh! Archer holding Ali's ribs open and just kicking him across the ribs and in the chest and the lungs and then actually in the face as well.
What happens is when you lift the guy's arm up, you open up those intercostals, the little muscles around the rib cage. So that, you know, when you kick a guy there while his arm is up, you just break his ribs very simply.
And now Archer, oh!
God, choked. We've seen him do that kind of like a back throw, like a suplex from a choke.
A single-handed throw,
yeah. It's very unique. Man, oh man. I'll tell you what, this David Ali, oh boy. You know what this is, dude.
David Ali.
Oh, buddy.
Thanks for coming, but your night is over. The blackout by Archer. Cover 1, 2. No, he pulled him up.
Went old school right there. He wants to punish the man more. He loves to punish people.
He had the match won, and now he's looking for that claw, that EBD claw. Oh!
Slamming the man's skull against the mat.
And now the cover 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Lance Archer.
Special kind of rage in that man. I dig it. And so does Jake Roberts. He digs it too.
And Taz, we said Ali was going to have his work cut out for him here tonight, but I'm not sure either of us expected this level of violence from Lance Archer.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't. I mean, you know, we know whenever we see him compete, he's very aggressive, he's very intense, he's very dangerous, is Lance Archer. This young man, David Ali, put up a hell of a fight. It's just tough against a guy like that, an athlete. You know, like Lance Archer, who's coming in very motivated. Oh, my God,
he's not done with him.
Yeah, he's not done, dude.
He's got Ali up, and oh, my God.
Man.
Everybody dies.
Continues.
Oh, yeah,
now running off.
That would have been awesome.
Bryce Remsburg.
That would have been great.
Wow, an impressive performance here tonight by the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer. A lot of questions about the relationship between Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela, but one thing we know about their partnership, it's effective, but they will be tested here tonight by the team of Musa and the captain, Shawn Dean.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first from Rockford, Illinois, weighing 200 pounds, Musa.
Taz, Musa is somebody that we've seen a few times here on AEW Dark, and he's a very impressive athlete, a very impressive martial artist, and now has a huge tag team opportunity here tonight.
Yeah, I like Musa. I like his. I like what he brings to the ring. I like his fight. I like his look. I like everything about him. You know, Musa, the name,
And his tag team partner from Atlanta,
Fearless,
Georgia, weighing 195 pounds, Shawn D.
And somebody else that's fearless is the captain, Shawn Dean, and somebody else that's looked very impressive, but has yet to put it together here inside an AEW ring.
Well, you know, he unfortunately, for the captain, he had a deal with a recent episode of Dynamite with my very good friend, the Machine, Brian Cage, that did not go well for Mr. Dean.
Is your friend, is your client, what is...
That's on a, as they say, a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know. I'm a little old-school heel cliche on you with that line.
Fair enough.
And their opponents, first from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing 188 pounds, the Concrete Rose, Sonny Kiss.
Sonny Kiss, since he began teaming with Joey Janela, it's a very, very unorthodox team. I think the only thing the two men have in common is being from New Jersey, but they have found success inside the tag team division here.
Yeah, sitting 2-0 as a team, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly or properly or locked in. And speak of Joey Sleazy Jones from Jersey Janela,
Also known as the Bad Boy.
And from Asbury Park, New Jersey, weighing 202 pounds, he is the Bad Boy, Joey Janela.
I mean, why does Justin have to say the bad boy like that? Like, why does he, why? Like, why does Justin have to do that? And why does Joey have all this pyro?
Taz, I'll tell you why Justin does it. He's paid to.
Okay. Is there a mistake on pyro every time Joey comes? No knock on Joey, but he gets big pyro.
That sounds like a knock.
A little bit, a little knock.
We heard from Joey Janela last week on AEW Dynamite. He said that he's kind of lost his way over the last 6 months, that he worries that his best days are somehow behind him here in AEW. But this team with Sonny Kiss seems to have reinvigorated him.
It works. I mean, it really does work. We've seen the success. We pointed it out earlier, I believe, in Sonny's entrance. I mean, it does work. And let's see if it works here against Shawn Dean and Musa.
Dean, oh!
Wow, nice.
Just got absolutely rocked by the Concrete Rose. And now the Rapid Kiss missile from Sonny Kiss. Big shot across the jaw.
Whoa, look at that bridge.
The kick to the face, too, knocks Dean back. Sonny Kiss looking great, looking confident.
Now someone with a completely different style in Janela.
Kiss, and the clothesline combination there.
Nice. Out of the Boston Crab into a leg drop.
And now Janela. Oh, the drop kick to the face.
You can see now, you know, that these two people here, Kiss and Janela, they're starting to get some cohesiveness about them. It's pretty interesting.
Joey Janela, we know, and you alluded to it, that some people think of him as a bit of a dirtbag.
Yes.
I mean, that's why
I didn't allude, like basically called him a sleazebag.
You did, yes. Oh, and Sonny Kiss, that big leg lariat.
But, you know, Joey has had a lot of... Oh, what is this? What did Kiss and Janela do? What the hell? Double missile drop kicks.
Stereo missile drop kicks.
I said double, you said stereo. You got to try to upcut me. But, like, so, missile. We got to think of 2 missiles. What does that add up? That's a very unique, successful pose.
And, Sonny throwing the boot, or excuse me, Janela throwing the boot of Sonny into the face of Musa. I was going to mention that, you know, Janela has that oh, look at this at the top of the...
Oh, see, Lance Archer's not done. He just wants, everybody dies. He wants to take somebody out. You think Jake could calm him down? Maybe.
Jake the Snake Roberts trying to talk reason to Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk.
That's the thing with Lance Archer. At any time, at any moment, he could take anybody out, in my opinion. He really can.
Sonny Kiss.
Oh, Shawn Dean. Good job. Good job.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Well placed, well done. Now here comes Musa.
Pinpoint drop kick to the chest of Sonny Kiss. Dean covers one. Real 1 count.
Yo, Sonny Kiss, and me watching his work, it just shows a lot of toughness. And Janela, yeah, I call him a sleazebag. I call him names. He's a Jersey guy, has his Kiss. I'm not fond of people from Jersey, but I'll tell you, another tough dude right there in Joey Janela.
Sonny Kiss with that nickname, the concrete rose. Something beautiful growing from a very tough place. That is the ethos that Sonny Kiss lives by.
Similar to my credo. I came from a tough place, and I'm beautiful also.
No one's denying that, Taz.
Thank you. Look at Musa. Nice neck breaker.
AEW is for everybody. Cover 1, 2. Only 1 count, actually. But what is Lance Archer's business out here? I mean,
it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Excalibur would Lance Archer. At any moment, I'm telling you, Jake Roberts could either have him snap or he could snap on his own. Jake didn't want him out here. You can see it was smart by Jake to calm him down. At any time, he's unpredictable.
Sonny went through the legs of Musa, made the tag out to Joey Janela. Janela firing in right hands, takes down Dean.
And the captain went down by Janela.
Janela hits the ropes. Oh, the clothesline ducked by Musa, but Dean caught it, and Musa caught a back elbow.
Snapmare on top of Dean goes Musa, thanks to Janela.
And Joey Janela, sits out with a senton, flattening both members of the opposition.
Very proud of himself. Sonny's very proud of him.
Sonny likes what he sees. And the tag out.
New Jersey's finest right here in the ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Janela charging in. Musa.
Oh, Sonny's waiting something. Oh, I know the little kick. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Love that by Sonny Kiss.
The axe kick.
Whoa.
And
Janela.
Janela tope suicida. And Musa up on the top.
Look at Janela. On the ropes, fleet-footed.
Leaping up there. And the hook on Rana takes down Musa.
And Sonny Kiss now. What's he got in mind on the top rope here?
Sonny Kiss. Oh! Splitting splash. 1, 2, 3.
Splitting splash.
Winners of this match, the team of Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss.
I mean, the groinal area of Sonny Kiss, the flexibility in there is amazing.
Sonny Kiss with that cheerleading background and putting it to good use in a very unorthodox way. And the team of Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss, Taz, remaining undefeated here in All Elite Wrestling.
I feel like I'm in Jersey on the shore right now, just watching two buddies hang out. But look at Janela. Janela did a great job right there. And then here we go. Just tremendous. God, that is nuts. Dude.
Sonny Kiss taking flight.
That is so impressive. It really is.
An impressive victory by the Jersey boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, looky here. This is going to be really interesting as Brandi Rhodes tags up with Allie with QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes in the corner. I'll tell you, I'm dying to see how this goes.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, straight out of your mama's kitchen, Red Velvet.
Red Velvet.
Is that near parts unknown? Straight out of your or from every man's nightmare and every girl's dream? Like, that's got to be from your mama's kitchen, right? Probably like the next town over, wouldn't you think? 2 exits down. Just curious.
And her tag team partner from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Kenzie Page.
All right.
Justin Roberts in top form here tonight.
The man.
Kenzie Page making her return to AEW. She had the misfortune of facing Nyla Rose in her first outing, hoping for better luck here tonight.
And their opponents, first being accompanied to the ring by Dustin Rhodes from Detroit, Michigan, Brandi Rhodes.
Brandi looking ripped. Dustin too.
And tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall will challenge Kenny Omega and Hangman Page for the AEW World Tag Team titles. Not going to want to miss that one.
A massive opportunity for Dustin and QT for sure.
And her tag team partner, being accompanied to the ring by QT Marshall from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Allie.
Allie rocking the American Nightmare gear. Looks great on her. I don't know if okay, I guess QT doesn't have good hands. He can only catch apples. That's the thing.
And now Allie having the ropes held open for her by QT Marshall, who is smitten with Allie. And
well, that's an understatement. He's definitely smitten for sure with Allie.
This is a very unlikely tag team. Brandi Rhodes and Allie.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how Brandi, you know, taking the high road right there, shaking Velvet and Kenzie's Page's hand. Well. Allie not shaking hands.
Allie just dropping Kenzie Page with a single elbow shot. Oh!
Hey, listen, that's what you got to do. You know what? The match is about to start. I understand, you know, to respect Brandi's show and shaking hands. I dig that, but I kind of like what Allie did a little better.
Allie is proven to be no stranger to taking shortcuts.
Well, this face right there, Brandi just told the story. I don't think she's a huge fan of Brandi. I'm sorry, of Allie on a professional or personal level.
Well, I mean, the recent history between Allie and Brandi has been icy at best, but you have to remember, Allie came in into AEW as Brandi's rival. Brandi specifically picked Allie as somebody to the running knee lift there. So there's a lot of animosity that goes back a long way between these two partners.
Yeah, which makes it interesting why someone like QT, you know, would kind of basically fall in love with Allie. I mean, that's basically what's going on. Let's tell the story. He's in love with the girl. And yet he has this great relationship, does QT, with Cody, with Dustin, obviously, and with Brandi. It's part of the Nightmare family.
And now we're getting our first look at Red Velvet here tonight, who...
Well, Allie didn't want to go. Nice quick reversal into a front face lock. She's got that head.
And she's got the arm captured. Oh, swinging neck breaker.
Kind of did like a little swivel at hips right there.
Yeah, only a one count.
I think she did that little swivel for QT. Well, the hair plugs are working great, as you can see right there in the back of the head. That little bit of glow is his skull. So, no, I'm just saying, I don't want to, just because the hair thing, remember?
No, I'm
just being honest.
I do remember.
Yes, thank you.
But right now, the focus is on the action in the ring. Allie and Brandi with a rare bit of tag team cohesion there, Taz.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see it. Oh, look at that. Nice snapmare rolling through with her opponent.
Kick to the side of the head.
Red Velvet might be done.
One. Oh, again. Red Velvet, yeah.
Well, Red Velvet, her father and uncle both were flyweight boxing champions in Colombia, so she obviously got some good genetics from athleticism and toughness. You can see how fast her hands are on that shot, nailing Brandi.
And she winds up with those elbows. And Brandi, though, boot to the midsection. Drop to the knees, a page out of Dustin Rhodes' book.
Absolutely.
And Allie did not look pleased with that.
No, not at all. And I'll tell you what, I think Red Velvet might be Dunsky here by Brandi Rhodes at any, maybe not. Ankle.
Allie going down. She may have tweaked her ankle. Wow.
Brandi was distracted. Red Velvet took advantage. A big upset. That would have been a massive upset. Got to check on, QT's all over it, making sure Allie's okay. And hope she can continue. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I mean, the action in the ring, though, is the focus. And Brandi Rhodes at a serious disadvantage here.
Kenzie Page comes in, both ladies with a back elbow, catching Brandi. Now it's almost like a well, it definitely is. It's not almost. It's a 2-on-1 situation here with Kenzie Page and Red Velvet against Brandi, it seems, unless Allie can get in that ring.
Great suplex there. Kenzie Page, cover 1, 2, no.
Well, good kick out by Brandi because Kenzie had all of her weight back on. What's going on there? She doesn't, I mean, she's hurt, but she's arguing with, she's yelling at Dustin, is Allie.
We may need to get Doc Sampson down and check on the condition of Allie.
Ice. You need bags of ice for her ankle. She's got long legs, Allie. You see?
Brandi, though. Oh! The jawbreaker on Kenzie Page.
Great job.
She's making the
tag.
call.
Yeah, no one to tag.
Come on, Allie, get ready.
Dustin's he's furious because he wants her in the ring, but Dustin, she's hurt.
She's hurt. She's hurt.
And we've seen Allie.
How about that Dustin Rhodes? He's always been selfish. Always been selfish.
Brandi just rattled Red Velvet there in the corner of the clothesline. Takes down Kenzie, a second one.
Well, Kenzie Page's in trouble if she lets Brandi get this momentum going, which she has.
Oh, the sling blade there by Brandi.
Red Velvet's in there now.
Oh, shot to the midsection stops Brandi in her tracks.
Yeah, great side kick to the stomach. And now Allie's on the apron. She made it miraculously. She's up on the apron. She tagged herself in.
Line tag
kick,
there.
yeah. Allie's the legal lady.
Oh, the spear by Brandi.
She's legal. Allie's legal. Unbeknownst to Brandi.
And Allie seems to be walking just fine. Cover 1, 2.
Great job, Allie. Good job there. Wow.
The winners of this match, the team of Brandi Rhodes and Allie.
Look how happy QT is. What?
Brandi did all the heavy lifting there. She put away Kenzie Page with that spear.
But wait a second. That's teamwork. You can't take credit. Look at the arms raised for Brandi. That's a great win for Brandi and Allie. That's great all the way across the board for the Nightmare family, even though Allie's not technically in it, I don't believe, even though she had a jacket.
Things are getting tense here, and the Natural Nightmares with a lot to think about before tomorrow night when they challenge Hangman Page and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Dynamite on TNT 8/7 Central tomorrow night. You do not want to miss it. Tully Blanchard had some tough words for Shawn Spears. He told him he needs to focus, and he presented him here with that glove. Will that be the missing piece in Shawn Spears' search for victory? We'll find out coming up next.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 180 pounds, Lee Johnson.
Big shotty Lee Johnson, one of the bright young competitors here in AEW.
You know, he is. Lee Johnson. Listen, he honestly, his record's 0-10. All right, and that sucks. But, you know, he's got losses to some, pretty legit, very legitimate names from MJF to Mr. Brody Lee, Wardlow, QT Marshall, MJF, I might have mentioned him, and, of course, my man Brian Cage. That was the worst loss for him because it was so physically dominating that Cage was on Lee. Did I say MJF twice? It's just I like him.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by legendary Four Horsemen member Tully Blanchard from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, weighing 242 pounds, Shawn Spears.
It was just a few weeks ago that Tully Blanchard gave Shawn Spears an absolute tongue lashing. He questioned his drive, he questioned his motivation. He questioned if Shawn Spears really desired to be here.
Well, he set him straight, and that's what a man like Tully Blanchard's going to do, and that glove that we saw Tully give to Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears has been talked about for a long time, his ability, and what he can do in the ring, and the words that I hate, potential and upside, all those ridiculous words. This guy's a star. He just needs some direction from a man like Tully. And I think there's going to be a very bright future coming soon here for Shawn Spears.
And Taz, that black glove, so iconic, so integral to the history of pro wrestling.
Sure.
It's proven to be a difference maker for so many men.
Oh, absolutely. And it's something about it. It just works. It builds a certain confidence in them. Look at Lee Johnson. Nice job right there. That kip up, breaking that 2-on-1, and now quick snap, man, by Shawn Spears. And look how quick. It's very smart by Lee to get out of that. You always want to be on the offensive end of the hold and quickly escaping. That was a good job. He's giving up a lot of experience right here to Spears. Spears is sitting around 18, 19 years experience, where Lee Johnson, I believe, has about 2 years experience. So
And Taz, you mentioned Lee Johnson's record, 0-10 right now. You know who else started out his AEW career winless? Was Jungle Boy. And he, since finding his footing, has been on an absolute tear here in AEW.
Yeah, he's great for sure. He gets on my nerves lately, though, Jungle Boy. That's another story, though. But oh, look at that. Lee Johnson missed what he wanted, but now, got blocked on that arm drag.
And Spears using his strength advantage to bring Lee back up to his feet.
Unique way to
standing switch.
to reverse that switch.
Elbow.
Sure, nailed him with it.
Spears charging.
Wow. Knee was just beautiful knee strike there by Spears on Lee Johnson. And you can see a different, as we alluded to, a different fire underneath Shawn Spears since that tongue lashing, or I would call a motivational conversation in that limousine by that man right there, Tully Blanchard.
It was not a polite conversation, but it seems to have refocused Shawn Spears as he returns Lee Johnson back to the ring.
I like Tully, a friend of mine. We respect each other. And I tell you what, having someone like a Shawn Spears under his watch is a tremendous coup for Tully Blanchard.
Lee Johnson hits the ropes. Went for the tope, but that elbow strike by Spears.
Had that little bit of a hesitation. That's why Lee Johnson got lit up right there. And look at Spears. What's he got in mind?
Scott Lee Johnson strung up on the
rope.
rope.
Oh, God. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Watch the apron. Oh, man.
Johnson driven spine first into that ring apron.
Spine first, hardest part of the ring. Yep, had them all.
Second hardest part of the ring.
I've learned that from you. It's the second hardest part. The ring post will be number one.
I mean, technically, you didn't learn from me.
No, you spot me up on this thing. But use my spine first. That's another story. Look at Spears. Just mine too, by the way.
Palm on the face of Lee Johnson. Absolute disrespect.
Referee over here is checking out the glove. There's nothing to see. It's just a motivational tool, and it works. It helps Shawn Spears. And that's someone like Tully to realize Shawn Spears, just needs that little edge, and that glove is that edge.
Spears trying to
block the back suplex.
Yeah, trying to get Lee Johnson up, but a shot to the spine.
Oh, look at Lee Johnson.
Johnson hanging on.
Man. Showing a lot of toughness, young Lee Johnson, sitting at 22 years old. Good job.
Spears a bit dazed. Lee Johnson ducking under the right hand.
Quick ducks. Strikes for galore right here by Lee Johnson.
Spears gets his legs taken out from under him.
See how quick Johnson is?
And now Lee Johnson building up some steam. Single leg drop kick. Big Shotty up to his feet.
Big Shotty!
And now Lee Johnson charging. Spears went to avoid a lariat, but Lee Johnson was able to counter with that uppercut. I think Spears ducked right into it, and he is woozy, man.
He's definitely woozy, but you got to be careful. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing, Spears, so you got to be careful if you're Lee Johnson not to get too overzealous.
Lee Johnson came in
on
over
cue.
the top, and
on cue.
Spears looked for the C4, a Death Valley driver, but instead Spears steps through. He's got the legs grapevine.
Call it a sharpshooter, call it a scorpion deathlock, call it whatever you want. It's effective.
Johnson immediately tapping out, and Spears with that 1,000-mile stare.
As a result of a submission, Shawn Spears.
Well, you mentioned that stare. That's a great observation by you there, my man, because that's exactly what's going on. Spears just looks different. He looks at the glove, that motivational tool, as I said, and he does have a gaze about him. That's what he's got going on, does Spears.
Spears locked in that Scorpion deathlock and just seemed to lose himself.
Yeah,
in punishing Lee Johnson, but
and it's really, I've been in this hold. It hurts a ton because your legs are crossed. It puts a lot of pressure on your knees, both joints, and your lower back.
And Shawn Spears, since getting that quote-unquote motivational speech from Tully Blanchard, undefeated here tonight.
Brady Pierce and John Skylar, they are going to have to cope with the Dark Order of Stu Grayson and Evil Uno.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing 240 pounds, Brady Pierce.
Brady Pierce, the man with the brightest smile and the brightest boots in AEW.
Yeah, we've discussed the boots. There they are. I mean, it's kind of like he's not the only one ever to have gold boots. There's been many. The Conquistadors jump out to me. Just figured I'd share that with you.
Do the Conquistadors have a smile like Brady Pierce, though?
No one has a rack, the teeth, the grill like Brady, besides Jake Roberts. Look at the teeth, look at the face. Guy's a good-looking young man. Devil may care, as they say, whatever the hell that means. I've heard it for years.
Matinee idol good looks by Brady Pierce.
Consider that stolen. I like that one.
And his tag team partner from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing 214 pounds, John Skyler.
John Skyler, no offense to him, not quite as handsome as Brady Pierce.
Nah, I think that's kind of what Skyler's going for. The rugged, the rugged, I'm trying to take the high road, the rugged look.
When do you ever take the high road?
Right there. He's a Columbia, South Carolina guy, and they're both South Carolina guys. Pierce is from Charleston, which Skyler's from Columbia, so different looks than people from different towns, as you can see. Charleston's obviously the place you want to be from, not Columbia, as the YouTube comments of people from South Carolina are burying me right now. And I don't care. How about
and
that?
their opponents from the Keep at a combined weight of 439 pounds, Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, Dark Order.
It's great to see Uno and Stu Grayson back in the fold here in AEW for sure, man. I haven't seen them in a little while.
Yeah, they fell victim to the quarantine. They didn't fall. Their travel schedule fell victim to the quarantine. They were out of action here, and in the time that they were out of action in AEW, they slipped from #1 in the tag team rankings all the way to this point where they are unranked. As we see the other members of Dark Order.
We see the Dark Order in full effect, except for Mr. Brody Lee. But that's a very intimidating look as we see. Just imagine those four members looking over Grayson and Uno. And Stu Grayson has no problem with being aggressive, I promise you that.
Yeah, absolutely no ring rust there for Stu Grayson, coming out like a dog let off the chain. And he and Uno are just absolutely brutalizing John Skyler.
Love the intensity for sure. And Evil Uno, he's #1. Get the Uno. I know you knew that. I'm just trying to smarten everybody else up.
And Taz, I think Dark Order, specifically Uno and Grayson, are almost sending a little bit of a reminder to Mr. Brody Lee about this is why you joined Dark Order. This is why you came in as the Exalted One, as the man that set these series of events into motion.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think you're 1,000% correct. Hence why you see the other members of the Dark Order looking on and just staring at what Uno and Grayson's doing. But right now, Skyler's trying to fight back a little bit on Evil Uno. Be careful. Just be careful, Mr. Skyler.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying?
And you see the man in the white coat, that's #10, formerly known as Preston Vance. He was on the receiving end of a vicious assault by John Moxley. And Uno putting
it's an old school deal. He throws the tape down. Referee Bryce got to get the thing out of the ring, the tape, and next I poke Jones. It works all the time. It's great.
I was mentioning that the cast still on the arm of #10.
So I was trying to talk about the action in the ring, but I understand your storytelling this. There's the cast. There you go. Tell the story, Excalibur. You're so excited about the cast.
And that steely gaze of #10 is not
my gaze now. All right.
And look at this, Grayson just talking trash to John Skyler, who has not been able to get his right foot forward here tonight. As the right foot of Evil Uno.
On cue. You were like on cue there. Look at that. It'd be interesting, Excalibur. You maybe should contemplate joining the Dark Order. You'd be the second, well, not the second. You'd be a masked man that's never unmasked. You and Evil Uno would have that in common. Just got to need some purple on that hood you got. You'd be perfect in the Dark Order. No, you don't feel it? You're going to reply? No, nothing.
Oh!
It's like when I text you, you don't reply. Same thing. Like the same thing at the announce desk.
Look at this. John Skyler goes up and over the top of Uno. Skyler able to duck under, make the tag out to Brady Pierce. Pierce comes in, leapfrogs up and over Uno, and sends Skyler into Uno. Now Brady Pierce.
Here comes Pierce.
Charging. Big pump kick. And Taz, the reason I don't reply to your text is because I know it's going to lead to a 45-minute phone call.
Because I like you. Because I like you.
Leaping stomp there by Skyler. Cover. One.
You're the one person besides Brian Cage in this company that I actually like.
You have a funny way of showing it.
And our boss.
And Chad in the finance department, who actually signs your checks.
I love Chad.
Evil Uno sent into the rope. Oh, telegraphed it there. Tag out there by Grayson.
Grayson's tagged. He's legal, I should say.
And now, Skyler.
Look at the power by Grayson. Good job.
Stu Grayson.
Look how quick Evil Uno gets to the top rope. Here we go.
Oh, the senton atomico. Covered by Grayson. 1, 2. Nope, Brady Pierce there to interrupt the pinning predicament. Big right hand.
Brady Pierce. Good job.
But Stu Grayson, this is exactly what he loves.
He loves a fight. Yeah. Look at that.
Born and bred for combat, Stu Grayson just plants Brady Pierce.
Takes a 6'5" athlete and chucks him around like that. Very impressive by Mr. Grayson.
And now Pierce on the back of Evil Uno.
Oh my God, look at this. Watch Grayson. Uno's got Skylar locked up.
Oh, the fatality by Dark Order. Cover 1, 2, 3.
Great job. Great stuff.
The winners of this match, Dark Order.
Just a big fan of these two members of the Dark Order. Speaking of Dark Order, there's the man.
The Exalted One himself, Mr. Brody Lee. And look at this. He approves.
Tough to make him happy. Tough to get an approval from Mr. Brody Lee, who I know well, and I could talk to if you want to be in the Dark Order with your mask. I'm just letting you know that.
Well, I mean, the Dark Order we saw last week on Dynamite seems to have their sights set on Colt Cabana. We will see how that story unfolds. But right now, here tonight, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno victorious. The vile and vicious Jimmy Havoc is looking to torture young Griff Garrison here tonight, but Garrison, a plucky young blue chipper, is not gonna give Jimmy Havoc 1 inch of room.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, weighing 230 pounds, Griff Garrison.
Griff Garrison, the Ivy League MVP, as he's known, making his AEW debut tonight.
Hold on a second. He's called him an Ivy League MVP.
That's what he calls himself.
Well, he's a good-looking young athlete, but he played football at a school called Guilford, which last I checked is not an Ivy.
Hey, man, that's what it said on the trunk.
I'm just telling you. He's a double major in education studies and history. That I know. I know this kid.
From Camden Town in London, England, weighing 214 pounds, Jimmy Havoc.
Another guy didn't go to an Ivy League school. Jimmy Havoc. Oh, boy. Imagine him running through the halls of Dartmouth. That's in New Hampshire, by the way. It's an Ivy League Excalibur.
Probably running through the halls of Oxford.
Oh, wow.
Carrying a severed head.
Dude, I can actually picture that.
Yeah, it's not.
Totally can picture that.
And Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian we saw last week on Dynamite.
Austin Gunn better be careful. He's chirping Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc will go out there and cut his foot off.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc does not suffer fools, and Austin Gunn may find that out the hard way. The one team or 4 men that found that out in a very hard way was the Young Bucks and FTR.
Yeah, 2 different athletes here, and Havoc with all his years of experience, the things you're pointing out about him, and this young man here, 22 years old, and Griff Garrison, looks like a real good-looking athlete, handsome kid, great hair, all this stuff. Not an Ivy Leaguer, but played college ball at Guilford. A very smart kid in his academic end, but he's in there with a guy who holds a PhD in violence. How's that commentator cliche?
You're on a roll there, man. I'm just gonna let you call the rest of the match.
I could do it, but I don't want to, boast out here.
Oh, look at this Havoc manipulating the wrist of Garrison, driving him down to the canvas, and he's got.
Oh, God! We've seen Havoc do stuff like that in the past. That joint manipulation, I should say. And now he's got control of that limb with a 2-on-1 situation. And a guy like Havoc, look, he's taking the fingers. Look at the elbow. This kid, oh man, this kid is in a lot of trouble. Griff Garrison.
Havoc, of course, came up in the British wrestling system. using that catch wrestling style, that submission-based offense, where others use it as a means to an end, a way to put your opponent away as quickly as possible. Jimmy Havoc likes to use it to inflict as much punishment as possible on his opponent.
Just on that, on a top wrist lock into another arm wringer, we saw that nice roll right there, Ukemi roll by Garrison, gets control and gets his own 2-on-1.
Oh, Havoc reaching for the ropes. Garrison bringing him back to center.
There's a tall kid, 6'4", 6'5", is Garrison. Oh, just got grilled with a forearm.
6'4", 6'5", but maybe one tooth less after that shot.
Good chance.
Reversal there by Garrison. He sends Havoc into the corner. Havoc goes boots up and stomps him down.
That's smart, though. Smart for the young athlete to get out of the ring and try to get away from this vicious offense. That, you know, you take a vicious move like that, you want to get out of the ring and try and stop the momentum. But Havoc, you know, he knows what Garrison's trying to do.
Pursuing Garrison to the floor.
Breaks the count right there. Flip off the ref. We just kind of said 2.
No, he gave him the
English wave.
Yeah.
Frig you, mate. That kind of thing. Oh, the hardest part of the ring.
And Garrison with that big uppercut.
Garrison, he's got that height, man. Like I said, 6'4". He's bringing those forearms.
And did you see that? Havoc, just that quick right hand to the midsection. Enough to stun Garrison and send him into the barricade.
Well, right now, just Garrison is really getting tore up right here. I mean, he idolized, you know, AEW stars Matt Hardy and the Young Bucks. Garrison did in his youth. So right now, he's got to try to channel those successful men if he can against Havoc.
I would argue that Griff Garrison is still in his youth.
Well, I meant youth, like he was a little kid, like in grade school.
Oh, I see.
Or middle school.
Which was about 10 minutes ago, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. He's 22, dude. It's not like he's 12. Jeez, lighten up on the guy. You know what I mean? He's a grumpy masked man. You belong in the Dark Order, I'm telling you.
Got nothing on you, Taz. Garrison knocking Havoc back to the corner. Building up ahead of steam.
Oh, that Japanese arm drag, man. Great stuff by Havoc. One step ahead of the younger competitor.
And again, sending Garrison into the corner, nowhere to go.
Jimmy Havoc with that fancy haircut. Mean.
Oh, now just
angry. Look at him.
Grinding his boot into the face of Garrison.
Would you imagine, like, what does Havoc do, like, on his days off? What do you think he does? Just, like, cuts the heads off of, like, vegetables and soaks them in, like, blood or something? Like, I don't know what do people like this do. You know what I mean?
Taz, no, please, Taz, continue this line of thought.
I'm trying to
cut the heads off of vegetables.
Well, because I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to offend anyone. You have to be careful these days. So, yeah, I'm just trying to be nice. He's cutting the heads off of fruit, maybe putting it in, like, some part of...
Where exactly is the head of a strawberry?
Well, the green part.
It's the stem.
All right. I was wrong. No problem. No problem. Right, produce Pete out here? I mean, please. There we go.
Jimmy, just plants Garrison in that diving shot has Griff Garrison rattled.
Havoc, look at him. He is just...
The vile, the vicious Jimmy Havoc. He's pulling Garrison in. The acid rainmaker ducked.
Good job by Garrison. Hurry up now, Griff. Do something.
Garrison, the leaping lariat in the corner, sends Havoc across the ring.
I don't like this.
Goes for a second one.
He got it.
And Jimmy Havoc on roller skates. Oh!
You got to cover him.
He knocked his block off.
Big upset.
1, 2. No!
Well, Jimmy Havoc showing right there how tough he is. He could have simply utilized his mat sense and put his foot on the rope to break the cover, but he wanted to send a message to his kid. Hey, hit me with some big moves. I'm going to kick out. I like that by Havoc.
Yeah, great bit of psychological gamesmanship there by Jimmy Havoc. Garrison, ran right into that high boot.
Oh, here we go.
Now,
here we go.
Oh, the acid rainmaker by Havoc.
Uh-oh, he's not done.
He's got Garrison up. The leg is hooked. Sink the Sorrow DDT. Covers 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc, sick, twisted, demented, disgusting man, but successful again. Look at that hole in the back of his head. You see that?
He's got a lot of scars. He's got a taste of his own blood. But Jimmy Havoc victorious here tonight.
He's just a rancid man. He's bleeding. He's sucking. What the hell is he doing?
Super bad Penelope Ford continues to climb her way up the ranks of the AEW Women's Division. Will she step up another rung? Let's find out next.
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Dormont, Pennsylvania, Skylar Moore.
Skylar Moore has been impressive in her past performances here. Taz, will tonight be her night?
Well, we shall see. She's got a tough one. Tough one she's competing against, Penelope. So we shall see. But, you know, she's 0-2 right now in the early goings for her career as this sits here in AEW.
And her opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Kip Sabian from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Penelope Ford.
Hold on a second. What's with the dog?
That's Oscar Sabian.
His name's Oscar?
Yeah.
Wow. Oscar's a TV star, YouTube star. Look at him.
Yeah. He's Instagram famous.
He's over on Instagram, huh?
Yeah.
Is he verified?
He might be. I don't know. I haven't checked lately.
I've been working on that.
Penelope Ford, for as impressive as Oscar Sabian is, Penelope has looked impressive in her own right, Taz. She's currently ranked number 5, but you would have to imagine that she is going to climb the rankings after pinning the AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida last week on Dynamite in tag team competition.
Yeah, and that is gigantic. That's not small, that's not big. But to get a victory over Shida that Penelope did, I understand it was a tag match. Oh, man, I tell you what, that sends a direct message to the AEW World Champion. And the confidence you would assume for Penelope is through the roof.
And while we're in the early goings of this match, I want to mention that tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, Kip Sabian, along with Jimmy Havoc, the Superbad squad, will be in action. They will be taking on the Young Bucks, a first-time ever matchup, and it's all stemming from that wild melee we saw last week on Dynamite involving Sabian and Havoc, the Bucks, Butcher, the Blade, and FTR.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Kip and Havoc against the Bucks for sure. Should be awesome.
Oh, boot to the midsection, no call though. Yes, Skylar Moore. And Penelope.
Well, hey, she's right. They'll break the hold. What's going on? What's Skylar? She's a cheater now? What the heck? Play by the rules here. Come on.
But Penelope Ford kicking at the ankle of Skylar Moore.
Instep.
Looked like the ankle to me.
It's part of it. It's the front of the ankle. Doctor now.
You're a podiatrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Penelope Ford driving the face of Skylar Moore into that top turnbuckle.
Yeah, and Penelope's not done. I think, oh yeah, there you go, Skylar. Again, face first into the other turnbuckle. Taking the time is Penelope, figuring out her next maneuver, which is basically a club across the upper back.
Not showing a lot of urgency here, but since her return to action in the women's division, Penelope Ford has really grown in confidence, Taz.
Yeah, no, she has, and I think that, you know, I think Kip, the dog, Oscar's his name?
Oscar Sabian.
And then she kisses the toothpick and Kip.
All while choking Skylar Moore on that middle rope.
Only on YouTube. But Penelope, yeah, she's kind of, you know, I like the pacing because there's no, sometimes you don't need to have an insane sense of urgency. She's just,
oh man.
She's not really like a nice girl, Penelope. She really, you know.
She's a super bad girl.
She's a super bad girl, exactly. So we're seeing that. She's just kind of methodically just taking apart Skylar here.
And Penelope sending Skylar Moore, a little bit of a misdirection there, back into the corner. Penelope with the pit stop. Another shoulder to the midsection of Skylar Moore. Penelope rolls back. And then the hands. Oh! Went for the trifecta, but Skylar Moore reverses. 1, 2, no!
Yeah, nice counter, I should say, by Skylar.
Oh!
Slap.
Massive clubbing shot there as rocked Skylar Moore.
She's got a front face lock. She's got wrist control, too, on the other hand.
Repeated shots to the midsection by Skylar Moore allows her to escape. Rocks forward with that shot to the jaw. Wild swing and a miss. Skylar Moore. Big elbow strikes.
She's got to follow through a little more with those elbow strikes. She'll be dropping Penelope. She's just hitting her hard, but follow through next time. Look at that gut wrench suplex.
Gut wrench into the pin. 1, 2, no. And Taz, what an upset that would be for Skylar Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been a massive upset, but it didn't happen, as we know. And, you know, I just think when you hit a gut wrench suplex, she kicks out. Get on her right away, because you got someone like Penelope who's, like we just said, coming off of a victory in a tag match over the AEW Women's Champion, Sheena.
Oh, man!
Man, sweet.
Penelope Ford rebounding off the ropes and just driving Skylar Moore's face into the canvas.
Oscar was actually watching the match.
Got the fisherman hooked.
Excellent
1,
bridge.
2, 3. Wow!
Yeah, she'll bring that bridge.
The winner of this match, Penelope Ford.
And Taz, not only did Penelope get high on those toes, she got up on that bridge, but she also interlocked her hands.
Yeah, with the grip. Right, and you know, belly button to the sky. I've talked about it here on Dark. You get that bridge. Yeah, everybody talks about the toes, which are important. But what brings your hips high to the sky is your belly button facing the sky. And for Penelope, she's a Philly girl, so it's kind of like the Ben Franklin Bridge. Or Walt Whitman. I've been over both. I was over in Philly, but that's another story. Look at Oscar, he's over.
Penelope Ford.
There's the grip, as you said, we just caught the beginnings of her hook in her hand. She gets it, and there's the excellent bridge we discussed. And they're making out, and Oscar's in the middle of it. That's kind of weird, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Well, we saw Robert Anthony have an amazing outing recently here on Dark against AEW World Champion Mox, who's hurting right now, by the way. Well, Anthony's going to go one-on-one with the ultra-talented and athletic Scorpio Sky.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Joliet, Illinois, weighing 210 pounds, Robert Anthony.
Taz, Robert Anthony is a man that we got a good look at last week on AEW Dark. He hung with the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. And it's a match with a lot of history. Moxley and Anthony go back a long way. You're two guys that drove together. They kind of broke in together.
Who cares? You know why I'm angry with this guy here, Robert Anthony? And he did all that. Okay, he went on his Twitter this past week, and he disrespected Cage. He's mentioned my name, okay, because he's buddies with Moxley. Maybe instead of being buddies with Mox, you should have worried about trying to beat Mox and not be his friend. Yeah, I'm getting all hot now. But he did have a good outing against Mox, I give you that.
And his opponent, from Southern California, weighing 205 pounds,
Find that tweet.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky, known to many AEW fans as a tag team wrestler, but he is one of the foremost singles tacticians. Fans found out very quickly. Chris Jericho found out firsthand.
Yeah, listen, that first ever tag team champion. I mean, how impressive is that in itself? Scorpio Sky. I mean, listen, I've been singing this guy's praises forever. I can talk with him. He don't need to be around his Southern California buddies. Hang around with a guy like me and Brian Cage. Haha, you know what I'm saying?
Are you saying that you'd like to be friends with Scorpio Sky?
Why? Yes, I kind of am friends with Sky already. You know, like better friends, business associates.
Collar and elbow tie up there. Robert Anthony goes behind Scorpio Sky. He's got the waist lock locked in, and see Anthony's trunks, a bit of an homage to Jerry Lynn.
I was going to say, I think he went in Jerry Lynn's bag and took his gear, but I guess it's an homage.
I think Robert Anthony's slightly taller than Jerry Lynn. Not sure those trunks.
Then you're going to take shots at Jerry Lynn. That's nice. Look at a full Nelson right here by Sky. Oh, nice switch.
Sky with the hammerlock applied. Anthony trying to grab anything he can on the back of Sky's head. He does. Switches behind. He got the waist lock. Drops Sky flat on his stomach. And now Robert Anthony maintaining control of Scorpio Sky. Sky trying to fight back up to a vertical base.
That's the Sky's got control of the arm right here. And Anthony, you know, as we know, as we've discussed, a veteran. You know, he's in the game close to 20 years. And Sky at around 15, 16 years, 17 years maybe, something like that. So you got two guys with very similar experience, similar in age. Should be a good matchup.
Scorpio Sky getting cheered on there by the gun club at ringside.
I don't know why Austin Gunn is wearing an SUU jacket. Like, who did steal that from?
I think Sky gave it to him. That's the jacket he wore to the ring.
Sorry, I was looking for the tweet that Robert Ego Anthony buried Brian Cage and me. Sorry, I was busy multitasking.
I would call it single tasking.
Multitasking, that's what I did.
Robert Anthony with the wrist of Scorpio Sky isolated. Wrenching it over. Now, driving Sky to the canvas once again. Sky a little bit frustrated.
He did. Good hammerlock right there, tight. See how Anthony keeps his body close? Not the problem you do that, but you keep your body close to your opponent when you have a hammerlock, but you got to watch your head. But nice
escape, yeah.
Hey, good job there by Robert. See, I give people credit. If I don't like a cat, I'll still give him credit. I'm a fair man, you know. I mean, he's got a good hammerlock on a tremendous athlete right now.
And Sky, showing off his athleticism there.
That's awesome.
Very fluid, a single motion as Sky sprung to his feet. Backflips over. Oh, cradle, 1, 2. Oh, 1 count, actually.
See how Sky backs off. He knows that he had a good amount of offense put on his own arm by Robert Anthony. So he backs off, he waits, he resets. A lot of young wrestlers don't reset. That's a reset, and that's smart by Scorpio Sky.
And Sky, Taz, you spoke about his experience, but what about his speed for a man that's been 17 plus years inside the squared circle? Scorpio Sky is step for step perhaps one of the fastest here.
Yeah, I would say if you were gonna, as far as in-ring first step explosion, knee drive, which are all important things, I would give the nod to a guy like Jungle Boy and a guy like Scorpio Sky as far as who's the pure fastest. I mean, some guys show their speed different in the ring, but to the point you're making, I mean, Scorpio definitely brings a lot of speed in there. And now he turnabout's fair play. He's got himself a good hammerlock here on Robert Anthony.
Sky almost baited him in to reach that hand out. He took the side headlock and just ran him over with that shoulder tackle.
Again, see no rush, not rushing into anything. I love the poise.
Lateral press.
The poise of Sky. Just gets himself an armbar, traditional armbar right now. Which, when you work a hammerlock on a guy, and then you get yourself an armbar, and you see how the shoulder of Anthony is being torn back. It's just great stuff. Simplistic, but great.
But Anthony gets up to his feet and then immediately drives Sky into the corner to break the hold and hits a back elbow.
I don't think Sky was able to see because he was behind Anthony. You could see that Robert Anthony was loading up to do an elbow.
But Anthony spent a little too much time jaw-jacking with referee Mike Posey.
Well, he is Ego. He's Robert Ego Anthony, right? So why not?
Typically you like guys with inflated egos.
I do. I just don't like him, but that's my opinion.
Leaping back elbow there by Sky sends Anthony back to the canvas. Cover, 1. Again, Anthony kicks out.
Scorpio Sky, you see, he's trying to think 1 or 2 moves ahead what he's going to do. He knows he has Robert Anthony down and out right now, hurt and banged up a bit. Snapmare right now, maybe get himself a... Oh, no, I thought he was going to get a hold, but no.
Anthony up to his feet. Oh!
Very impressive, very impressive.
Using Sky's momentum against him. Cover!
Very impressive right there by Robert Ego Anthony.
And now Anthony, the boot on the neck of Sky, just driving that heel into the upper body region, driving the point of his elbow to the back of Sky's head. Sky might be seeing stars right now.
Yeah, there's a good chance he's seeing stars. He's getting popped hard in the back of the skull there, right there, and that's rough.
but Sky, right hand, left hand, a right again. Sky hits the ropes, but Anthony just ran him over the back elbow. Cover 1, 2, no! Sky immediately came up clutching that jaw after that back elbow, and Anthony was aware of it and immediately puts on that chin lock.
Yeah, rear chin lock, right across the jawline to the point you just made, and he's got a good grip right there, locking it in real tight. Got to be careful you get suplexed out of this position here, but Scorpio Sky's not going to do that, it doesn't seem.
Sky backs Anthony into the corner, but Anthony turns the tables on Sky and fires in a chop.
Yeah, big athlete, you know, is Robert. It's sitting about 6'3", well over 210, maybe 220 pounds. So he's got some good size. Got a little bit of a size advantage on Sky. A little bit, not a lot.
Snapmare sends Sky out to the center, and Anthony just driving that boot across the face of Scorpio Sky.
I mean, you know Robert Anthony well?
Not particularly well.
Oh. Well, I just thought maybe you could ask him why he's wearing Jerry's tights. It's bothering me, to be honest. Just give my opinion.
Because Robert Anthony came up in the Midwest wrestling scene. Jerry Lynn from Minnesota, a big part, a very influential part.
So you're going to tell me about Jerry Lynn's history now? Is that what you're doing, bro?
Ask me a freaking question.
Son of a bitch. You figured answer. You don't have to curse and get all mean. But Anthony's controlling that left wing and head. Got himself kind of a version of, not a Cobra Clutch, but kind of in that realm.
Yeah, he's more to the side.
Right.
But still, Sky, though, able with that free right hand to fire in some shots to the ribcage of Anthony.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Clothesline takes Anthony off his feet. A second one. Now Scorpio Sky sending Anthony
nice
into the
reversal.
ropes.
Look at that reversal. Good job.
Sky! The stomp across the back. Sky is feeling it, man.
Love when he does that. Love that. I should have did that back in the day. Damn it.
Great height, great elevation by Scorpio Sky. As Anthony struggling to get up to his feet. Going for the soul, but Anthony caught it. Sky able to avoid Kobe with the drop kick.
One of the best drop kicks in the game.
1, 2, no!
The explosion in the core of his body, the middle of Sky's body, and those drop kicks. I just love the way this man drop kicks.
And Sky was really intent on putting Anthony away there. You saw how he distributed his weight across the upper body. He had that deep cradle hooked.
Jim Brunzell-esque drop kick. We're going old school in this episode here. He had a great drop kick, by the way.
Yeah, they called him jumping.
There's a lot of jumping guys. That doesn't mean they have good drop kicks.
It was alliterative. And now Scorpio Sky had Anthony up on the shoulder. He's looking for that TKO. Sky able to fight out of the fireman's carry. Drops back elbow. And now Sky up on the shoulders of Anthony. Anthony, the Death Valley driver.
He's got it. He's going to get
the leg. 1, 2. No!
Shock and awe on the face of Robert Anthony.
Anthony was able to counter the counter, but only got the 2.
Big problem a lot of guys have. They're shocked they didn't get a win. They don't follow up quick enough. You got to have a sense of urgency. You have to have a sense of urgency.
You got to keep fighting until you hear the bell ring.
Got to keep going. But I understand why. You're perplexed how you didn't get a win. I get that. I do understand it, but you got to stay locked in.
Sky kicking his legs, inside cradle. 1, 2, no! Anthony able to break free. Scorpio Sky creating some distance.
Yeah, Robert Anthony's legs are a little wobbly.
Ooh. Kicks and chops by Sky. But Anthony. That back elbow in the corner. Hits the ropes of Scorpio Sky. Big running boot. Turning Anthony inside out. Scorpio Sky. TKO. Covers. 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Scorpio Sky.
Taz, Robert Anthony looked impressive in defeat, but the real story here is Scorpio Sky firing on all cylinders here tonight.
He had very impressive victory right there over a very game Robert Ego Anthony. His TKO hit its mark right there. I mean, great job on that TKO. There's another great angle of it. And that's a good way to put your opponent's head out, and that's exactly what Sky did to Anthony. Hey, I tip my cap to Robert Anthony. He had a hell of an outing. We saw recently against the AEW champion in Mox, and now against Sky.
Unsure what Scorpio Sky's plans are, but something tells me if he decides to focus on his singles career, the sky is the limit.
Oh, wow. You didn't do that, did you?
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for another great night of action here on AEW Dark, but that's not where it ends. Tomorrow night on TNT 8/7 Central, it's AEW Dynamite. MJF will take on Billy of the Gun Club. The AEW World Tag Team Championship titles will be on the line as Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page defend the titles against the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. Not only that, the TNT Championship will be on the line. Cody successfully retained last week. Will he be able to make it 3 in a row? Find out tomorrow night on Dynamite. And tomorrow night, the Sex Gods, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho will take on Chuck Taylor and Trent, the Best Friends, with the Best Friends #1 contendership on the line. The winner of tomorrow night's matchup will walk into Fyter Fest in a World Tag Team title matchup. And the Super Bad Squad, Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc, will take on the Young Bucks for the first time ever tomorrow night. All that and more, 8/7 Central on TNT AEW Dynamite. Thank you. Good night, everybody.